Dear Carolyn, playing Warframe together has been one of many wonderful surprises between us, so I hope you won't mind if I let the audience listen in. You've given me the best reason in the world to play a build I really enjoy, and I want to share that with people. So I made this simple little video to demonstrate that playstyle, specifically to take the opportunity to talk about a build I enjoy from the perspective of what feels good, or what's fun circumstantially when we play together. I'm referring, of course, to Nekros, using Desecrate to make more loot from corpses, and thus create materials you need more often, so you can farm more of them faster. It's nice to be able to help and follow along with your goals as a player, and I would enjoy our time playing together if it was just that. But what I really enjoy are the explosive balls. Now, this may surprise the audience, but you and I are already outspoken about our enjoyment of explosive balls, and it took you very little time to find the Agrit, a manual detonation grenade weapon with rather high range. I'm not going to get into specific build mechanics that much here. This video is about us and this playstyle I've been enjoying with you. But I've attached a separate video with details for the audience after this one is over, just in case they're interested. No, this video is about feelings, playstyle. And after modding, the explosive range of this weapon feels absolutely ridiculous. Look at that. In my quest to shower you with mountains of treasure, I added Petrify to Nekros, which with its augment can cause enemies to drop even more loot when killed, and then you can still desecrate their bodies. There's nothing quite like rolling through a door, turning a group of enemies to stone as your explosives are already sailing into place, and then hitting the trigger and watching them explode into a shower of pickups. Being able to manually detonate the Agrit also helps in void fissures, since enemies are briefly invulnerable to damage while getting corrupted. So I'll petrify them, throw the explosives, and then simply wait until their health bars change back to normal to blow them up. At the very least, this makes for a satisfying minigame when enemies are too low level to pose a threat to me. After all, if any damage I do would kill them, the damage that makes them drop more loot is the best damage, and it does stun them and do a ton of damage at higher levels too. To top it all off, of course, both ammo pickups and energy orbs also drop from enemies, so this process resupplies itself and allows you to get used to new weapons or Warframe powers without worry that you'll run out of fuel. That said, I want to be careful not to clear the whole mission before you get a chance to play, and that means that you sometimes die. And I want you to be able to try your best without worrying that you're slowing us down, so in these situations I employ the ancient art of punching people back to life from across the entire map. I already used this particular bit of kit to save my in-game loot doubling pet cat from its untimely deaths, and I look forward to using it to save your own pet cat once you finish incubating one. It's nice to have the ability to help when you go down far away, but truthfully, the sheer catharsis of punching your health bar back into existence is a lot of fun as well. By the way, a note for the audience, I've kept Carolyn and I's co-op gameplay out of these sessions so she doesn't get bombarded with friend requests or anything, but this is so satisfying. Look at that. Ooh, right back up there. So clean. And you get a nice thump. The sound effect is so good too. I don't put sound in these videos, but it's so great. You gotta try that. This has got to be the most fulfilling use of a mod slot I've ever had the pleasure of paying a moderately high opportunity cost for. Although that's yet another of the joys of playing through the early game with you. The greedy, over-engineered builds I sometimes like to make as experiments are usually at an appropriate power level for us to play through the earlier parts of the game together. On that note, you've made much quicker progress than I did when I started out, so I've taken care to make sure that this build also doesn't die to a stiff breeze without too much micromanagement. We naturally do a variety of missions playing together, and having the option to summon a horde of shadows to guard a defense objective allows me to help with whatever mission you find yourself on. The balance of Warframe with exactly 2 players has been pretty great overall, I think so anyway. Interception missions, for example, have 4 points, so with one of us on each and my shadows on a third to stall for time, I think it's challenging but achievable. It sometimes feels like the whole game was balanced just for us. And putting aside the explosive balls for a moment, I'd like to make use of all this extra ammo myself with the comb. Having a weapon that can really chug through tankier Eximus enemies feels great when you don't have to worry about the ammunition running out, and since it's a little slow to start up and reload, it naturally provides some windows of opportunity for you to get damage in too. A lot of this stuff I was using in some form for a long time, Some of the folks watching may know that one of my earliest videos was about a Nekros build not unlike this one. Having this new reason to update it has been a lot of fun for me, but in fact, looking back, I've done that a few times already, too. It's just that there was no real purpose to it. I wanted a more concrete reason or prompt or occasion to make something a little bit more fun. Your commitment to working with me to find what's the best fit for us is the reason we're able to have so much fun together. I know I can be a little obsessive about that, about getting the best we can possibly get. You know, on that note, I actually want to thank you for encouraging me to make videos like the other stuff I've been making recently too, about the game design behind build systems. That really was something I hadn't fully realized I wanted to do until you put it to words. That really helped me a lot. There's a lot to thank you for. This video is getting a little longer than I had planned. Anyway, I look forward to doing sorties and Archon hunts with you. After years of playing various other games together, I think that challenge level will feel really comfortable for us. It probably won't be very hard eventually, but I think it'll still be stimulating. And for a long time, I've been interested in co-op builds, for which you are the perfect partner. That will be a topic for another time. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and Carolyn, happy Valentine's Day. I've been Zandy. Have a good one.